Hello, this is a screencast by Teresa Lean in February 2015 to show you how you are going to submit and share so that we can practice this now before we are required to do it in June. Here's my evaluation template, and I want to submit forms to my evaluator and share by changing a lock so that my evaluator can view the information. We will first go into your SLO, and I've already done this to my SLO number 1, so I want to show you, and actually I did it for my SLO number 2. So I'm going to go to my SLO number 3. I know no one has that yet, but I have already triggered the submit buttons, and I want to be able to show people, in particular the supporting year teachers, what that looks like. So if you open up your SLO number 1, or if you open up your SLO number 2, it will look the same as mine does here for SLO number 3. And it's this submit button we are talking about. We want you to submit, then you'll have an error screen that comes up and you press OK. So this means that this form will become a read-only form. So when I go back into that form, I'm not going to be able to type anything new until the evaluator releases it to me. But at this time, everything that needs to be completed in this form should already be completed, so that shouldn't be a problem to be locked out temporarily. Then if I go back into my SLO again, I'm going to scroll down where I've been putting in artifacts, and I will open it up, and there is a submit button here as well. So you need to press submit. Again, it's going to lock you out until the evaluator does a request revision, and then the evidence for the final SLO doesn't need to be touched, but if you go up to the SLO where you have started any information and you just ensure, I'm going to go back, that this button is changed to shared, then we know that it is open and would be how we would want it in June. So there's really two things you're doing. You're using the submit button, and those are inside forms, and I'll show you the rest of them. And then you are changing this from not shared to shared. And that can toggle back and forth anytime you want. Right now we want it in the shared mode. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to my my template, and now I'm going to go into my PPG. And in my PPG, I've managed to lock myself out on a couple of them already through some demos. So I will show you now in PPG number 3, which nobody has a PPG number 3 at this point. And if you scroll down, here is that submit button. Again, if you press the submit button, it will lock you out and only be read-only. You won't be able to type in the boxes until your evaluator requests revision. But at this point, there shouldn't be any problems with that because everybody has completed all their tasks with the February 27th deadline. And then if you go back to your template again, you go into third place, and that's your teacher practices. And in your teacher practices, there are several lock buttons that need to be changed. So if it says not shared, you change it to shared. Again, you can toggle that back and forth. We need them all in shared at this point to see what will happen and be able to work out the bugs. So these were already shared. I'm just going to show you how that happens. Again, yours will first look like a lock with a not shared, and you just simply change. You can go ahead and do that to all of them, and they're all on the left-hand side. Doesn't matter if there's anything in there or not. It would just help with getting it all cleaned out and make sure you have everything that you need shared and submitted. But by doing that. This one's already that way, so we go back down. And then for your artifact portfolio, you will go in, and mine has already been submitted. That submit button would sit right here off to the right lower hand corner. You would push submit like it did with the SLO, and that error screen will come up and you push OK. That will lock you out. Again, we will do this as quickly as we can so people can get back into their accounts. You do the artifact area and then the evidence, which is right above the artifact area where we were. So it's a simple change that lock. It does not have a submit button, as you can see. So there is no submit button. You would just simply change the lock. And you can change all these locks. It's not going to hurt anything so far as we know. So these are the tasks we'd like you to do before March 11th so that we can make a quick run through on how we'll be able to release all of the accounts when DPI is asking for the reporting. What we're hoping to do is to be able to test run all of this right now, and then in June everybody will be used to what they have to do before they check out for the summer and go into their accounts and do the same thing. Please don't hesitate to contact myself or Jane with this process. We think that this is the right thing to do at this time so that we're able to better have a transition in May. Thank you.